Really excited to have you all here tonight. We do this for the love of cars, and we're all here for the love of cars, so this could not be a more exciting event. I also want to welcome the Counts of California for the Canadian debut of the Half-11. We are so excited to have the brothers back. We had Nikita here in April of last year, and so we're really excited to actually have the car, Nikita and Ilya here for this visit. I'm going to go through a little bit of housekeeping and then I'm going to start the night off. I think everyone knows that the parking is a little tight here, so let's all be patient with one another. Make sure that you eat charcuterie responsibly, as well as drink responsibly, and be sure to tip your bartender. Your host for this evening will be Jeff Campbell. For those of you that don't know Jeff, he is first and foremost a long-standing member of Rclub, but he is also the man behind Oilstainlab. Oilstainlab is an innovative automotive hub and racing facility. We are so excited to watch Jeff's journey, just as excited as we have been to watch the journey of the Oilstainlab. So without further ado, we are very excited to kick this night off. I think one of the most exciting things about Oilstainlab, the car, the story, the brand. And so be sure to check out the merch station in the back. This is a limited run of 100 pieces in collaboration with Rclub, and so we're
all of a sudden, we're surrounded by car design legends, Pininfarina, Bertone, and Giugiaro, all in the flesh, teaching us how to master car design. At 17, we moved to California to complete our study. And soon we start working, designing world championship race cars, 6.5 million production cars, and countless other show cars, creating the vehicles we could only dream of as kids. And yet, still, something is missing. The bad idea, always laughed at, ridiculed, eliminated by the boss. The death of creativity, the death of innovation. It's enough to drive anyone insane. It'll never work, it's too risky, it's too expensive. Customers will never like it.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
In 2019, as the world was in full lockdown, we had another bad idea. And that is how Oilstainlab was born. We've always embraced bad ideas. Take the Half-11, tribute to our heroes, yet unhinged from time and space. A time portal, though pure correct with a dash of fantasy. It's the perfect cocktail for mischief and mayhem. Future, we need to rebuild the past, and against all odds, we somehow built a time machine. After test validating, improving, and modifying, we were finally ready. A trip 4 years in the making, unable to sleep due to the excitement and fear of what lays ahead. At 4:55 a.m., we started. California flies off before sunrise, then Arizona and Utah. We're making incredible progress, way ahead of schedule. And then boom, we hit a semi-truck tire in the middle of the freeway. As the sun begins to fade, we continue with the extensive repairs, late into the night with a damaged car, just like our heroes on the line. Death to repetition. It's the start of a new ritual. Drink cold coffee, we eat questionable donuts, warm up that stubborn being in a random gas station. A wise man once said, it's not an adventure until something goes wrong. Until then, it's just a plan. And you can't adventure on an empty stomach. So the adventure begins. This was not part of the plan. Now we're searching for 9/11 wheel bearings in the middle of nowhere. With the wheels spinning truer than ever, it's time to make up lost ground. The beauty of a trip like this is no deadlines, no places to be, no plans. And despite the delays, we end up on the perfect road. And as the sun sets and the exhaust echoes off the canyons, we realize no place we'd rather be. As you buckle in, you start to believe it's truly 1968 now. To time. In America, small cities are a time portal, a throwback to simpler times. It's where myths and legends are still real. The unbelievable story of a race car driving down Main Street. Their friends will shake their heads and laugh in disbelief. As we cruise across the endless straight roads of Middle America, calm begins to descend. The engine and the exhaust noise rocking us to sleep. The mind begins to wander. We can reflect on all the new places we've seen, the new food that we've tried, the people that we've met, and the friends that we've made. Something is lurking. Every creep pumping adrenaline through our tired mind. The wheel bearings are failing again. We are the captains of a sinking ship. After another delirious night of repairs, it's time to fight the light, to pray to the arcane gods. Our distorted minds from the intensity of the trip have no idea what's myth or what's truth. After praying, it's onward and forward, one more hit from the mechanical cacophony from our hero, the tool set. When we roll into the shop, we must have looked insane, but soon we realize he's just like us, a slightly mad creator and believer of his own universe. In today's world, it's absolutely insane to build your own car, even madder to take it on a cross-country trip. But one of life's greatest joys is to lose your mind doing what you love. It's funny, everyone always asks when the car will be finished, and the answer has always been never. But this trip revealed the car's true purpose, to live out bad ideas, to embrace the chaos, and to enable adventure.
wanted to give you guys some quick context. The reason I have ended up here being the host this evening is that Oilstainlab is a future resident of Oil Station. So we are really excited to be seeing what they're doing. But without further ado, formal introduction. We've got us because it's nearly impossible to figure out which one of them is which. That's backwards. Yeah, exactly. Our new car's color is called Negroni Orange. You're basically part of our world. So thank you for that. Thank you for choosing to believe. And our early fans basically had to do that the same way. This is obviously hard. We didn't want to do a tribute. We wanted to build something that's our own based on our skill set. So again, it's evolved over a lot of time. I think these early sketches and images are a little bit embarrassing, but I think if your past isn't embarrassing, you haven't grown or evolved. So we're opening up the archives here a little bit. Again, just kind of a tribute to the 917 and kind of the original. This is day one. Again, a long lost photo. Doesn't look like much. Basically, it was two guys that had a beer or two and decided they were going to cut a 911 in half. That's kind of how it started. There's a very glamorous story there. And the front is obviously, real, and then the back is just a cardboard cutout. And then we took some metal shaping classes. So I think most people, would assume you have some sort of knowledge before you decide to build your own car. Me and him had zero knowledge about metal shaping, welding, fabricating, basically struggled to use a screwdriver to put things together. And we were just designers, car designers, right? We push pixels on a screen. But we made this jump, right? And these are the very early fenders. You can see they're very stiff. There's no transitions. There's nothing organic about it. This is a reflection of our skill set at the time. And these are just some couple images of basically me trying to look like I'm intelligent and know what I'm doing, finding things out. So this is a very cringe photo, but this is the first time we pulled this thing out in public. You can see the amazing build quality, the spot welds everywhere, the diffuser being held on with Clecos. But this was the first time it saw basically an online presence, and we were absolutely roasted online by people that know how to weld and fabricate and do things. I guess what we struggle with today, which is seeing is believing. That's getting increasingly difficult, right? It's really fundamentally a car built in a shed, right? And that's, I think, in many ways unique today. Most car companies start with a huge VC round, like funding round. You get like 250 million, or like, we're going to change the world, hire a bunch of people. This is the opposite of that. This is just a couple people that are just really passionate about cars, about history, kind of building something without any commercial aspirations, right? We weren't trying to sell this. This was really just built on pure love for an era and trying to be part of it. This is a funny story, actually. The trailer was hooked up to our van, and we parked it at our house, and we live in LA, and someone tried to steal the van that night, and they basically broke the lock, and they were quarter turned from stealing the trailer and the van. The screwdriver was still in the ignition when we woke up in the morning at 5 a.m., went out there, and like, wait, what's going on? So we were very lucky to actually make it to this track day. This is our first track day. You can see the transport wheels, because the rear wheels are too wide to fit in the trailer. But just kind of, very grassroots. It's kind of a tribute again to the 60s, very simple tools. Just, a couple people just really messing around with stuff. This is 3D. This is a great image of the 3D printed Inconel exhaust. So even though the cube aluminum is just grab a big hammer and just kind of beat on it, and it fixes itself. Did you park this? Engineers told us you're going to eat wheel bearings all the time if you do this wheel and tire setup with the deep dish wheels. And we're like, okay, well, how bad can it be? So every 2,000 miles, the wheel bearings need to be fully replaced. So I think we're on set 5. We've done like 12,000 miles. And then they're hard miles, but still. If you're driving across America, it was like 3,200 miles. Yeah, wheel bearings didn't like that at all. But you know, there's these moments where we contemplated why we chose such deep dish wheels. The open planes. This is actually a photo just after we reattached the door because we had a photographer with us and he forgot to put the rubber straps down and we hit about 60 miles an hour and the door literally just got sucked off the car. So this was a late night fix. Beautiful location in, you guys would never guess, Kansas. Very flat state, but there's this beautiful rock formation, right? And I think that's the best part. Like, that's what unites like car people. Even we very much believe in that. It's still true today. So, and this lovely gentleman saw us working on the car, and he brought us a 12-pack, or 18-pack. And he's like, it looks like you guys could use some liquid refreshment. And we were like, yes, it is indeed hot in the sun. That's the happy team after we fixed everything. So what you'll see today, basically, this car has no interior because it's basically being restored from being an electric wheel. We'll get into that a little bit later. Boo for EV, boo. Yes, we hate EV as well. So you won't see the gauge pod, you won't see a couple things, but imagine it's there and it's really cool. A little coffee shot, us hanging out, it's the rear view. And yeah, so I mean, I think the highlight for us and in general, the trip was basically New York. I think New York is the most unfriendly place for a car. It's congested, there's traffic, the roads are absolutely awful, and the people just don't care because everyone's on public transport or they're walking, or they just hate cars because they're stuck in traffic. And so to see this thing there, and literally no one cared, basically. There were like occasional car guys that would like chase through traffic and filming it, but in general, the city does not care. And I think it was very interesting to hear like the exhaust echoing off the buildings, straight by, super loud, and like no one bats an eye. Quite unique. And these are kind of the final moments. That's, you saw the glamour of the video. This is the reality. Yeah, completely dead. Basically 4 days of all-nighters to get this thing across the country. Prior to the trip of 3,200 miles, the longest trip it had done was 60 miles. So it was a bold take. And then this is a cool moment with all the kids coming out. And the team, of course, it's always the team. And so, yeah, I mean, I think the coolest part with the car is just the events we get invited to and some of the things we've done. So, racing through the Hamptons with a 962, there's a Ferrari Enzo, Lancia rally car. So you get to like experience these legendary cars, the people, the owners, etc. And all of this, as you guys saw, like started in my parents' driveway with a cardboard cutout. So it's all very, very surreal to us. We never thought we'd start a car company. Not sure how we ended up here, but we just kept saying yes to bad ideas. And this is Thermal, kind of billionaire's playground in California. Very, very cool facility at someone's house right on the racetrack. But yeah, we got to test there, which was interesting. Very cool visual. And then we went ice racing. So a lot of people think, oh, it's like, you can't use your cars. So we threw some skinny tires on it, threw some skis on the back. Here you go. You can see the really skinny tires. Looks awful. Yeah. We did well. This was in Aspen, so we drove it up to about 10,000 feet. I don't know what that in meters. 3,300? 35? 4. So 4,000 meters. But yeah, very surreal because the car has no weather sealing, right? So the entire interior is filled with like ice and slush. We're from California, so we've forgotten, we've been there for 20 years. So we've kind of forgotten what living with snow and ice like you guys have here. So our entire coolant lines were just filled with, we used distilled water, and they just froze overnight. And yeah, next morning the car totally overheated. That was great. So just a couple images of us, yeah, ripping around in the snow. And then it's gonna bring us to kind of the main point here, which was Goodwood. Yeah. Well, no, let's undown the car. I think let's do that. Let's do that.
So I was just gonna say, for everyone here, I mean, I think I can speak on behalf of seeing this type of a journey, what these guys can do, in that the romance of racing. When we think about the privateers, the days of Carroll Shelby and what's there, and all these guys that built these incredible iconic cars we all love now, it all started with here at the driveway garage. And so watching this journey of going from literally figuring out how to bend metal, without further ado, it's time you guys get a chance to see this car and what these guys have managed to put together. So, all right, here she is. The Oilstainlab's Half-11. You got a spotlight or something? All right, so here's a video of it running at Goodwood. Agent Orange's tariffs.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Apart from sort of the cross-border stuff, we're really happy to basically be back in Canada, to be building it. I think we've learned what we could in California. We've obviously spiritually we still have ties there. but we're really excited to basically be in Canada. So I think next time we're here at Rclub, and maybe in the summer, we're going to try and bring the new car, the chassis and everything, and the running prototype. So these are just some images of basically what we are building. Over there, if you guys, after the presentation, there's a lot of, not a lot, there's a couple pieces that are for the new car. So up there is also the carbon bucket for the driver. Feel free to like pick them up, look at them. There's some pretty interesting engineering and CNC pieces. Just don't drop them, like, you know. So far, no one's dropped them all day, so we should be okay. But yeah, I think, you know, we're looking forward to basically bringing this. Obviously, these are just images and renderings at this point, but they will be real in a little bit. And I think if anything, you know, we embrace this, which is, you know, be normal. Everyone always tells us we're a little crazy, but we tell them, no, we're the normal ones. You guys are the crazy ones. So I think whatever makes you different, whatever makes you passionate, embrace it, be different. It certainly so far has worked for us. We haven't gotten in too much trouble. This is, I just double clicked, but we are building an electric version precisely, precisely because we hate EVs. So I mean, normally we lead with that. We absolutely despise EVs. We've driven the fastest ones in the world. We've experienced them. We see no value in them. And so we decided, so we decided to build our own. And so again, this car was electric. We actually do have a video that we could play, but we'll skip it for now. It's like confidential. But the idea is basically to build an EV that weighs the same as combustion, no excuses, 6-speed manual, and 110 decibels. So that's what we're building. I think we'll have our version 3 prototype done by the end of the year. It's a very ambitious project, very crazy technology involved. But yeah, if we accomplish it, I think we'll make EV cool. Maybe? Cool? Is that possible? 50-50? So anyway, we'll gloss over EV. I think, yeah, so this is very much, the new car is very much a bolt-up design, right? So it's a bespoke carbon tub. This is our tub. There is nothing that's basically carryover except a couple turn signal switches, air conditioning vents, and one other part that I won't say. What's that? A couple more parts? Okay. So yeah, everything that you don't really interact with, we've done it. And the reason we had an image of the bolt before is like, you know, again, for example, like the 4 or 6 gold sort of washer studs into the tub. Those are made of a very special material that's very difficult to machine because it's very strong. I think 6 of those bolts is something like $2,000. So yeah, it's a very interesting undertaking and a very expensive one. And the tub is extremely stiff. I think, yeah, if you guys are into engineering, you can look through that graph and you could be amazed by numbers and stuff. But hopefully this is what we bring basically in June here to Rclub. That's the goal. So a lot of those pieces there, if you kind of pay attention here on the left, you'll see them actually over there on resting. You can check them out. And our goal is basically a 2,000-pound sports car, which is unheard of these days. For Aero, it's a ground effects car, so you can see kind of a very advanced underfloor geometry. If you guys are Formula 1 fans, Formula 1 just finished ground effects. The new generation is not really ground effects anymore. Serious downforce and grip with big canards or other wings, stuff like that. Yeah, clean cars, dirty money. That's an inside joke. I don't really feel like explaining it, except that our cars are dirty most of the time, like this one is, so that means our money is clean. But anyway, I don't have a private jet yet. Yet. Yeah, and I think this just speaks about kind of the engineering and you know, the complexity. So you're talking about thousands and thousands of parts. You're looking at now at this point about 3 years of engineering, manufacturing, FEA analysis. It's never been easier to create your own car with the democratization of basically engineering tools, generative design, etc. And we use all those, but it's never been easier to get lost or to do the wrong thing. So we rely a lot on this car. This car is basically our spiritual anchor to the 60s, to when driving was pure and raw and analog and violent. And so even though this car will be very modern, the goal is to sort of sanitize this, because this is not like commercially viable. This is, yeah, we have to sanitize it. Yeah, it's like 80% done. And so yeah, that's basically the gist of it. You know, that's our anchor, spiritual thing. Ooh, we'll skip that one. You got PG. All right, everybody's an adult. So yeah, live beautiful, live dirty. That's our goal, right? And I think too many sort of these like hypercars and everybody's got their sanitized reality. Ours is definitely not sanitized. And you know, we're just sort of embracing this controversial, I guess, point of view. And these are a couple specs. So when we deal with clients, we need to give them a couple images to get them started. So this is, for example, like, you know, we call it the morning exercise. This is the Cars and Coffee Commission. This guy's not driving his car. He's going to Cars and Coffee, smoking a cigar, and telling everyone how much it costs. This guy probably invested in Bitcoin early. This guy bought it and told his wife it would be great for wine giveaways. There's only going to be one of these. This is our dream spec, our personal dream spec, which is an aluminum body, carbon fiber top, everything modern underneath. We're only going to make one. We need to find the right person for this, because you got to be patient and understand. So this guy thinks he's Arkansas on the commute, basically. He's usually like heel and toe downshifting into a stop sign. You know? Oh no. We'll make sure it's yours. This will be on Oro. This guy's definitely a member of Oro. But yeah, no, that's basically our future. We've got a couple more videos, but I think, yeah, I've talked enough. Yeah?
Well, yeah. See, I mean, yes, you have, without a doubt. But I also have a feeling there's going to be some questions from the crowd.
Here's the parking lot at Rclub. Pretty cool 911 here. Pretty nice. That's a pretty clean FJ Cruiser. Off-road spec. Pretty interesting Land Rover Defender, I think. Interesting. So the event at Rclub just finished, and I'm heading right here to my car. It was just an insane event. Honestly, I can't believe I was here. It felt like really exclusive, and to meet the owners of and creators of Half-11, and they shared their story. So it was an insane night. I can't believe I was actually at this event, so I'm really appreciative to whoever let me in through Instagram. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It's pretty cold now and I'm very hungry, so I'm gonna find some fast food place and grab a bite and drive like 2 hours home. So yeah, that's it for this video, and see you in the next one.